And we're back again, One Up Family, for more video game shenanigans as we see this industry get more egregious and toxic than ever before. And this time it's Randy Pitchford of Gearbox Games. You should know them. They created Borderlands series and they're about to come out with Borderlands 4. A fan said to him, "Please don't let this game be $80. Please, you're the CEO. You have some say with the price when it comes to your publisher." And Randy said, A, not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Ooh! Bam! Is that just like a kick straight in the balls? Secular. All right, I could stop right here, but he goes on to make an excuse by saying, "My local game store had Starlight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage in an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen." Well, goody gumdrops for you, Randy, but guess what? It's not 1991. The current economy is complete garbo with everything going on. You didn't experience COVID and wars going on, inflation and tariffs and whatever excuse these corporations want to use to keep justifying price increases. But when it really comes down to it, it's just greed. It's just greed. Just greed. Regardless, this is not what you should have said. You could have just said it's not your call and left it at that. You didn't have to say, if you're a real fan. I will not play Borderlands 4. I will not buy Borderlands 4. I will not support this game. Because you just told me that if I'm not willing to give you $80 dues without question, that I am not a real fan and I'm not a supporter of your company. Well, now, I'm not a supporter of your company at all. I will never buy another Borderlands or Gearbox game from this point forward. You literally just lost me as a customer. I am so sick and tired of the AAA gaming industry. It is a cesspool that needs to die. It needs to end. AAA gaming needs to end. At least end in the way that it is right now. It needs a complete restructure and overhaul because this is wrong. You are gaslighting your customers. This is wrong. And there's an IGN article that even went deeper because there's some people that left in comments and it was not pretty for Randy. Let's read some of those, shall we? Wow, that's probably a bad take. Cost of living crisis and you're just going to say if you're a real fan? Dang, said another. What an elitist, out-of-touch response, another said. His solution, just buy it. You know you will. Is this how you treat loyal consumers? You should have just left that response at "not my call" and kept the gaslighting out of your reply, added another. This industry is just in such dire straits right now, but this is why our hobbies and how we enjoy them needs to shift. AAA games are no longer the stars of the show. We need to stop rolling out the red carpet for them. Stop believing all the lies they tell you. Saying that, oh, this game is bigger. Oh, the budget is more massive. The team is so bigger. How about we actually go in to your company and find all the places where you're foolishly wasting money in inflated budgets and maybe it's the big execs taking huge fat paychecks more than everybody that's really doing all the grunt work are. And how about we eliminate all those bonuses and extra perks they get? Because I know they're getting way more than they should, right? How about we go into each of these AAA companies and really take a hard look about their spending and their finances, and let's dive deep and find out what the real problem is of why these games are costing way too much money. Because I can promise you that they are not spending that money wisely. No big industry is in these days. They're not. They're foolishly wasting money in ways they know they shouldn't be, and it needs to change. They need to be humbled. They need to be reminded of where they started. And it's so funny that Randy Pitchford would say this when in the same comment he literally said his humble beginnings was serving ice cream at a parlor. And now, fast forward all these years, and you're just like, if you're a real fan, buy it. Buy it. Like, how did you go from that to this? And what you left out of that reply, Randy, is that it probably was an easy decision to spend that $80 back in 1991. I bet you sat there and you were like, oh man, I really want to play this game, but that's so expensive, $80? But fast forward all these years, and you're telling people that are struggling to cough up the same $80 that you did back then? The gall of this guy, and like, it's just because you were willing to throw $80 back then, doesn't mean everybody in today's world should do the same thing that you did. That was your decision. You don't speak for everyone else. And trying to gaslight your fans to get them to cough up the money when they're struggling to get by is a bunch of bullcrap. Just shame on you. And I guarantee you, after that response and how it's been getting around all social media, the sales on Borderlands 4 are going to be much lower than you initially estimated after your big, huge social media blunder. I thought I had a big mouth and stuck my foot in my mouth, but bro, whoo, you next level. You next level. Ooh, that's not good. And if these big AAA publishers and developers are not going to treat you fairly, then you do whatever you have to enjoy the hobby that you have invested years of your life and tons of your money into. Listen to what I'm saying. Do what you have to. And I'm leaving it at that. Me? I'm gonna go back to retro games. I'm gonna enjoy what I have and leave all this nonsense behind. If you stop seeing me pick up modern game releases and I don't cover the new stuff, well, and you don't want to subscribe to me anymore because I'm not with all the other big tubers talking positive about Switch 2, PS6, whatever else is next, be my guest. Leave my channel. I don't care. I will not support this kind of egregious, toxic, manipulating, gaslighting industry anymore. This is not what I spent years of my life supporting. This is not what my uncle supported. This is a disgrace to gaming. AAA games need to die. In what state they are now, they serve no real purpose. They only harm the industry and harm the consumer the more they go on. If these companies cannot get their crap together, then they can get out. If that means no more Nintendo, no more Sony, no more Xbox, well, I guess that's what it means then. Because I don't want to continue to have these things if they're not going to have any passion, heart, and soul in it. I would rather it end on a high note than end in devastation. Vote with your wallets, people. Vote with your wallets. That's all I have to say about this in this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Much love. Take care of yourself. Remember, Jesus loves you. Bye, everyone.